to the WEI network.
I'm through standing in line. The clubs I'll never get in. It's like the bottom of the ninth, and I'm never gonna win this. Life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be. Tell me what you want. I want a brand new house on an episode of Cribs, and a bathroom I can play baseball in, and a king-size tub big enough for 10 plus me.
Good evening and welcome to the Man Show. I'm your host, Mike Guzman. And today was a very interesting week. What is this? Today is the 20th? December 20th?
No. Let's try for the 19th.
Today's the 19th. I don't know. My days have been, I had a pretty busy week going to events and things last week.
Yeah.
I'm out exercising. Came in late. Pete reamed me a little bit. I'm in my white shirt. I just got done running 7 miles. See, what happened to me is that
next time start at 1 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. That's probably what I need to do, start earlier. So what happened was this week when I was going to went to the wrap party for the Beach Bum movie.
Right.
And I met Harmony Korine, the director, and everything. And it was a great time. My friends, all some of them had roles in it. And I saw your girl there too.
Yeah.
And so my agent and this other people that commented when I posted the pictures online said, "Oh, you lost weight. So you're starting to lose weight." So that kind of made me say, this morning, I didn't exercise the last 2 days. So I'm like, man, I got to hit it hard. So then when I heard those compliments, I says, I need to go out there and run my 7 miles. So I did. And, it's once you stop doing exercise and you start going back to doing it, it's like it takes you longer to get used to it. So by tomorrow, I'll get back into my routine. I'm hoping that this 2018, I've heard about I've done a lot of castings, a lot of movies are going to start coming to South Florida, which is good for the industry and the entertainment industry as a whole. So I'm hoping that I'll be fit and in shape so that, looks is everything in the movie business. So hopefully I look good at that time when the beginning of the year starts so that maybe I book one of these roles because that's what I want, ultimately. The acting business is tough, but hopefully I get something. So I've went on a few castings.
Do you show up on time for auditions?
I do.
Oh,
I do.
okay.
I missed the nosebleed end time to the audition, but I got in there. Who's that? We got a caller calling in. Oh, okay. So it was pretty fun a week. I went to see the Far Side concert. They were pretty good. Slim with Trey and that. Who is it? Who's on the line? We got a caller on the line?
We got a caller on the line. We got Joe.
Joe.
Go ahead, Joe. You're on the air.
Hey, come on, man. It's not Joe. It's Joe Sway.
Joe Sway. He's my cousin. He's the broadcaster
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Good, man. I'm glad to talk to you. Happy holidays to my family in Boston who's on the phone. He's very proud of him. He won. What is it? He was the 30 for 30. He was in the top 30 Latinos in the entertainment industry in Boston.
No,
so
in general, man.
In general.
It's the top influential 30 under 30 Latinos in Boston.
Yeah, Latinos in Boston.
Have a vote on that?
What's that?
Did Trump have a vote on that?
No, I don't think so. Hopefully, I had no part to do with it. But no, it was an awesome experience because it wasn't just my industry per se. It was a bunch of different Latinos from various career fields. So it was an honor, man. It was
very cool.
Cool experience.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Very proud of my cousin. I told him. I said when he gets to.
Is he going to tutor you now so you can get some recognition?
He needs to. I told him when he gets to with ESPN, I said he's going to give me the hookup. When you get your job, when you get your big job broadcasting on ESPN, you got to give.
A lot of openings to the ESPN.
I know they're changing the format, so I think he's.
A lot of people.
Yeah. Especially now with the sexual harassment stuff going around, they're cutting some people. So who knows? You might get a spot in there.
I know, but it's going to be tough to get you in there, Mike. I mean, I don't know. You're kind of feisty with the ladies.
Yeah, I know. Maybe.
I was just going to ask you if you had any baggage that they may turn up.
No, he's got like a wife. He's got a beautiful wife almost there.
These women are going back 40 years.
He's not 40 though. He's 28.
They go back 15 years or 20 years. Marriage.
Yeah.
It's crazy, fellas. I don't know who's going to be next, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be like the person you least expect. You know, that's going to be the next headline.
That's it. Yeah. So the Celtics game, you cover it last night? I know the Celtics beat someone yesterday, right? Who'd they play?
Yeah, you know what? No, I didn't cover that. I mostly covered the home games. They were up in Indiana for that one, and that was an incredible game because they looked like they had no shot of winning it. Kyrie hits 2 threes. They're down by 1, and pretty much all Indiana had to wait for was for the Celtics to foul them and send them to the free throw line. Instead, they made a turnover. Terry Rozier stole the ball and fast break dunk with about 1 second left on the game clock. Yeah. Celtics up by 1, and Celtics win. It was an impressive game. Probably the most impressive comeback. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't even say comeback. Probably the most impressive win period because they were actually up by 15, lost the lead, but held on in the final minute.
What was surprising me is that with my Miami Heat, I went and saw them last week. They blew a 10-point lead in the end to Portland Trailblazers, and Portland's not as good a team as Boston is. And meanwhile, when I went and saw the Celtics play Boston, the Heat beat Boston. So I was like, the Heat can beat Boston, a good team, a contender.
Right.
Some other crappy teams.
A contender. What is Celtics have what? Only lost 4 games this year?
7.
7 games.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny, man. The way those two teams match up is interesting because their size and their athleticism. That's sort of the makeup when it comes to defeating the Celtics. And tomorrow night should be interesting. You know what? They're playing the Heat. They're at the Garden. I'll be covering that game. Series is split 1 game apiece. Oh, wow. You know, each team won by only 6 points, so it should be a close one. And what's most impressive is that they did it without Hassan Whiteside. Well, you know what? Yeah. No, that's not true, actually. You know what? Whiteside was there, but he didn't play a lot, and I believe he only had about 6 points. So it was impressive for them to defeat the Celtics without Whiteside having a huge game, and it should be a great matchup tomorrow night.
I think Celtics will win tomorrow night. It's a home game. They got to win tomorrow night, I think
they should, but we'll see. You know what? The Celtics are in the midst of their toughest stretch of the schedule. You know, ever since the new NBA schedule, which of course started with the season starting 2 weeks earlier than it usually does. It spread things out for every single game. However, for every single team, I should say. But every single team has a tough stretch, and the Celtics are in the midst of theirs, which is 12 games in 18 days. So they're about 7 games in, and they're almost finished with that tough stretch. But, you know, it's going to be interesting because they're coming off the back-to-back games on the road, and now they get to come back home but without a lot of rest.
Yeah. And the other thing too is that me and Josue we're Red Sox fans, and I don't know how the Red Sox are going to do going against your team, the Yankees, this year. Yeah. Now that you guys got Giancarlo,
you know what? You never know. You never know. First of all, you know you listen and then you analyze, and all right. So you had a 59 and a 54 home run. You know, on the team. Right. I bet you next year between them, they only have 80 home runs.
Yeah, that's possible.
You know?
One year doesn't.
And hey, there's nothing wrong with hitting 40 home runs. Right. But what I'm saying is this was an unusual year. I don't expect them to both hit 55 to 60 home runs next year.
Yeah. And they still.
We'll see. I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
The Red Sox, I still think have better pitching.
And if Stanton doesn't start off hot, that New York market will rip him apart. Psychologically, they will rip him apart. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, but
so who knows?
Yeah, I think the Red Sox will do good though.
Who cares? It's the Red Sox.
It's my team.
Oh, someone like the Sox. I didn't know that. Was you not a Sox fan? I'm shocked. No, I'm just kidding.
But well, you know, I think out of the Boston sports, I think you guys are going to get Jarvis Landry. I think New England Patriots are going to get Landry next year.
I think you're just completely making that up, Mikey. Why would you think that?
I'm serious. I just because they were saying the coach likes him. They said Belichick likes Landry. And the Dolphins aren't signing him. You know, the Dolphins aren't coming up. They haven't shown any big interest in letting him. I think they're going to let him go to free agency, and I think you might see the. I think it'd be a great team. I mean, because I think with Brady, I think would be a great.
Who's the running back now?
Yeah, no question, that would be a great team. But I mean, I just feel like it's hard for the Patriots to grab someone like that. I mean, of course, we've seen it in the past, but I don't know. It should be interesting to see. We'll see what happens. I mean, the way they're doing right now, that's incredible. I mean, what they're doing, against what they did against the Steelers
yesterday. Yeah.
That was an incredible end of the game.
Like they weren't going to win that game, and I don't know whether some people may agree or disagree with that call. What do you guys think? You think that should have been a touchdown, or that should have?
You know what? You know what?
You think the Steelers got robbed?
Well, first of all, I'm a big believer that the Steelers have for years won games on bad calls against the other team. So it's karma that it happened against them. But the call was right. The rule is wrong.
Yeah.
They should change the rule. The call was right. According to the rule, it was the right call.
Right. They did it by the rule, but the rule's flawed. I mean, that's I mean, if it went the other way, I feel like Pats fans would have been furious. But then at the same time, when it goes your way, of course, it's easy to say, hey, that's the rule. At the same time, I feel like if you talk to a good majority of the Pats fans, they'll tell you that the rule is flawed, but they'll say, hey, the rule is the rule. You know what I mean? You're talking to a fan base that was that invented the tuck rule. So, hey, Pats fans try to see the NFL follow the rules.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned. Why didn't Roethlisberger go for the corner of the end zone? Why did he go through the middle? That's the last place you want to go.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, but then again, why didn't
he just go for the kick?
Throw the ball when they could have won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It's so funny how Bill Belichick will make you double think what you want to do, and then the most logical solution you tend to avoid that because you figured Belichick has you figured out.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. So that's what will be tonight. So tonight's the game with the Heat and Celtics, or tomorrow?
Tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night they're back at TD Garden. Should be a good one. I mean, those guys always give themselves a good game, and Tyler. There's a few players, and you guys have like these underdogs that always come up big against the Celtics. I mean, Tyler Johnson, with the other Johnson, James Johnson comes up.
Yeah.
Kelly Olynyk coming back, so I wouldn't be surprised if he drops like 14 or so. I mean, crucial 14. That's the thing about Olynyk. Olynyk may not drop a lot of points, but he'll hit some key shots down the stretch that'll put their team in a good situation. So it should be a good game. I don't know if Dragi's going to be healthy. He's been missing games, nursing an injury, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Do they have cheerleaders?
Who?
The Celtics.
Celtics have cheerleaders.
Do they?
Don't they have Celtics have cheerleaders, don't they?
Yeah, they got cheerleaders in the dance team. And the talent on the dance team is not so bad.
All right. Yeah, you can't have a winning team unless you have
I like them this year. I'm not talking about the way they dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad. Not a bad squad.
So anyway, we got our other caller calling in, but
all right, fellas. Hey, I appreciate you guys.
Congratulations.
Let me just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Kind of spew my nonsense here, but you know what? I'll definitely call back again, man. I like what you guys do. I've watched a couple episodes.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and keep up the good work. Well, you're with what? Anything to plug? Causeway Street to any of our followers, where they can follow you at? What's your website?
Yeah, check us out, man. You can follow us on Twitter at Causeway Street. We got a great podcast that we pump out once a week. Great content as well. I do a lot of the writing. Joel does as well. My brother Joel Pavone does some writing as well. The podcast is weekly. You can follow me on Twitter at Joe_Sway, SWAY. Right for WEI. You can also catch my reports after every single home game. I do a report live on the floor of TD Garden where we recap what transpired. So, check me out, man. I appreciate the shout-out, guys.
What is it, CNS Network?
It's the CLNS Media Network, which is a network that covers all of Boston sports. I'm a reporter for them, and we do a really good job, I mean, in terms of giving you locker room coverage, full-length post-game interviews, something you can't find anywhere else, from players in the locker room and the coaches at the podium. So that's directly moments after the game, and then we also wrap things up with the post-game show.
Do you get into the locker room with the WNBA?
No, they don't. They don't let us cover that.
Too bad. Oh well.
We have to do something about that.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one, Jose.
All right, fellas. Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Bye. That's my cousin, man. Very proud of him.
Yeah, very nice.
Good.
Very nice.
I'm a delinquent. I'm the delinquent compared to him. He's younger than me. He's an up and coming, broadcaster. He'll probably be going with ESPN, and I'm just a local guy.
Yeah, well.
South Florida. But he's good. I'm very proud of him. Nice, good kid.
Good.
We always hang out in Boston. He knows all the best restaurants, all the hot spots to go to. There's really great restaurants, great.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Boston's a great city. So here's a number. I wanted you to call her because we wanted this first to talk to her or one of the others.
Okay, the 310 number or the 702 number?
702, yeah.
Okay, you keep talking.
Yeah.
And I'll
so this week was busy, man. I went to see The Far Side. They put on a great show, old school hip hop group. I also went to the premiere for Bad Actress, which was pretty good as well. And I had a lot of fun. Was it Joe Gibb? Andy Gibb's son was at the or Michael Gibb, one of the Gibbs family heirs' sons was there at the premiere. He was part of the movie. And I saw your friend Shar at the Beach Bum premiere. And I told her, I said, I did. And I told her she looked hot. I said, Peter mentions you all the time. I said, you look really hot. Look hot. And I told her, yeah. Oh, we got her? Yeah. Awesome. Oh, so we got Jeanie Marie Sullivan. Jeanie Marie Sullivan.
Yeah. All right. You're on the air.
How you doing?
How can I help you guys? What's going on? Afternoon.
Good. I had wanted to talk to you. She's a very, very famous. She's an adult actress. She's also done a lot of other things. She's been in the mainstream media as well. Well, you were on TMZ, right, as well? Right?
Am I working with TMZ?
No. You were on TMZ. I remember you were with Charlie Sheen, right?
Oh, I don't know if that's true. My friend Jeff Mazio works for TMZ. He's one of your main reporters there. But as far as TMZ, if I've been on there, it was unbeknownst.
This is Jeanie Marie Sullivan, right?
Maybe Brett Rossi you're thinking of. She was on TMZ for recent.
Yeah. You're Jeanie Marie, huh? Your voice sounds different.
Yeah, everyone tells me I have a voice like a man, and then I saw him, well, that's all right, bitch, because you look like one.
That's funny, yeah.
A lot of people tell me I have a very masculine voice.
Nah, you don't sound masculine.
Your voice changed from what I've seen. I guess maybe because I had to admit I watched your movies back when you first started in the industry. So
08?
No, I think it was before 08. Didn't you start before 08? I think you started before that, right?
Maybe.
It was a long time ago.
I don't watch my movies that much because
it was a long time ago.
I have a lot of rewarding sex, so nothing's really that notable to me. It's all good.
Yeah. So, and what, you're in Vegas now?
I was in Vegas. I'm back in California. I'm up in Big Bear now. So
Yeah.
I live up in the woods, and it's cool.
We talked a bunch, I think, before. I think your boyfriend got jealous. Weren't you dating like a photographer? Wasn't his name like Chris or something?
Yeah, it's Chris King. Oh my God.
I think he was jealous. He was jealous of me and her talking, and I don't even know where we were like in two other totally different states. It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
But I've noticed the pattern here. Usually after guys fuck me, they want to continue doing it. And if anyone threatens that, they get pretty psychotic.
Really? Well, that means you're good. So
They're getting crazy over it.
So wait, I think you're friends with this other girl that I liked. I think her name is Christy Stevens, right?
Oh, yeah, I fucking love her.
She's gorgeous.
From the 90s, but have the 90s aesthetic, meaning like buxom, like brute, like blush. Oh, man.
She's gorgeous.
That is my aesthetic. That's my shit.
Really?
I wanted to look like the real stars of the 90s, you know? That's my favorite aesthetic for porn stars.
Really? Yeah.
When they were making the most money, they had the best look.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. I've liked her for a while.
Have you seen her eyes?
I know.
So captivating. They're blue and big and just.
What's funny is it was a convention, okay? It was Exotica, and she was very nice to me and stuff. And I thought she was so attractive, like my animal instinct as a man, almost like a Harvey Weinstein instinct. I wanted to just kiss her. And so I went close to her, like I was going to kiss her when we were taking a picture. And it was so funny. She went in she acted like she was going to ball up a fist, like she was going to hit me.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? We're all undercover gangsters. You'll find out in this business. Like, usually, the prettier that we are, like, more troubled we are.
I know,
what
yeah. She was like, she had her fist balled up, like she was gonna hit me. I was like, okay. I was like,
it's usually a byproduct of being pretty. You know what I mean? Because like when the whole world is tugging you from a different direction, everybody wants a piece, and you can't satisfy all. You just get frustrated and say, "Fuck it," and yanks her up.
Yeah.
Like, I remember a time I was working at Sexpo's Expos in Mexico. And I'm a big fan of Mexicans. I really fucking like them. I like their work ethic. I like the way they handle their families and loyalty. Long story short, I'm not a racist. So I was over there loving it. Well, other girls were not having as much fun because they were not as impressed. Meanwhile, I'm performing a show on stage, and someone decides to, like, stick their finger in my asshole. Apparently I was bent over, and it was opened enough to where you could... Someone wanted to fucking have the same instinct you had with Christy, where they just wanted to touch. Someone did. They stuck their thumb in my ass, and I turned around and I cold clocked them.
Oh.
It's funny because when you're in a different country, the laws are different.
Right.
Now, I could have been in a Mexican prison,
Wow.
but the federales were actually the security guards there, and they high-fived me, and they gave me a big sombrero. They thought it was fucking hilarious. So, yeah, I've had my bouts with that, too, where dudes are like, oh, let me touch you. And normally I'm open to it. It just when it's unexpected, it throws me. I'm like, oh.
How many movies have you done?
Oh man, like definitely over 300. Definitely over 300.
And I think one of the things I liked about her, I think, is that she said she was a little bit of a nerd, that she likes like Star Wars and comic books and stuff like that. I think, right? Isn't that true? You said you were into that sort of stuff, right?
Oh, me? Oh, yeah. I do. I like all forms of animation. I have a background in art. So any way to tell a story outside of the norm or an unconventional way to storytell is always something I'm going to think is super cool and niche-y. I don't know where you're getting your information, though, because I've never really been a big fan of comic books.
No?
But there is one, though.
Maybe
so it's cool that you brought it up, because a lot of people don't know this.
Yeah.
There's a series by Dark Horse called Age of Reptiles.
Okay.
And I'm all over it, because I love reptiles, I love lizards, and another uncommon known thing about me is I'm big into reptiles, and I love them. No one would ever know that about me, but my favorite animal is the lizard. Oh. I like their cold blood, and I like their tongue flicks. So we are one. Fucking we are legion. So,
it's the tongue. It's the tongue that attracted her to the lizard.
Every girl remembers their first kiss, you know what I mean? And those animals just love to fucking flirt with the tongue, you know? They just love to flick it out at you and just look at you and do push-ups. I think they're fucking great.
And what about that rumor? There was a rumor, you know, with all this sexual harassment stuff, we've been talking about it a bunch on our show, about the rumor with
I believe it. Who's it coming from? I'll let you know right now. I'll debunk it, because I'm a big activist in that. Like, I've been in porn for some odd 13, 14 years, and I probably should have left a long time ago. But a lot of the reason I stay is because I really care about the girls that come into this business. I feel like a lot of them get manipulated. Yeah. A lot of them get turned out in ways that they are not prepared. I like this rule Axel Braun has, to where he won't shoot girls unless they're 21, because it's kind of like you got to be as intelligent as the people trying to exploit you. You know what I mean? It's not even fucking fair. So, yeah, there is a lot of bullshit that goes on in our business. A lot. Do
you think Ron Jeremy, though, do you think he's guilty of what they accused him of? They've been saying that he's...
Sure don't. Because I am a friend of his, not like close enough friend to fucking want to lie on his behalf by any means, but I am an acquaintance of his. I've brought him girls in the past, and I was there to observe to make sure. Yeah. And that man's a gentleman. Are you kidding me?
Really?
And a gentleman. Yeah, he's cool. He doesn't do any drugs. He's got no motivation to be a sicko.
Yeah.
Granted, that's just my experience with him. You never know what someone does behind closed doors. But if anyone wants my vote, I'm for him. I don't think he did shit.
Yeah,
but Ron Jeremy, how is he? 70 years old? How old is he now?
He's 65.
Yeah, I mean, he was in movies when I was a kid.
Yeah. Many of you guys know Ron Jeremy. His real last name is Hyatt.
Yeah.
He comes from the fame of the Hyatt Hotels. This man has no reason. None.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that. Not for a second.
But there were some girls that they were posting. I think it was in the New York Post. Or some other. They were posting about.
Are these girls that stand to benefit financially?
Maybe they're getting some fame off of it. Could be possible.
Oh, I bet they're going to start a class action or some dumb shit. It just sounds like girls that are out of work, if you ask me.
Maybe that's
well, you know what? That it's women like that, and I'm this is on the broad scale, that really hurt the women that really have a legitimate complaint. Because and you know, I've heard people say, you know what, 50% of these women are full of crap, and it's like, well, that means 50% are telling you the truth,
right?
You know, so
here's an interesting story. Is I am a victim of rape. Okay, real rape, like the kind where someone's trying to kill you, not just have sex with you. Like it's not really about the dick as much as it is about like overpowering you.
Yeah.
And you'll never hear me talk about it. In fact, this is probably the first time I've ever outed this information because I don't want any fucking pity, for one. For two, you know, real rape is not something to just talk about like that. Like, someone's going to prison. Like, you just bring this shit up, like, as if it's like some gain in business. Or, you know, it's not. It's just terrific and it's life-changing. And people never recover from it.
Right.
They can learn coping mechanisms and they can still function if they're strong. But, you know, it's a fucked up thing, and it definitely fucks with your progress. So the way that women are just throwing the rape and molestation word out there these days, it's really disappointing for people that have actually suffered it.
Yeah.
Kind of like, come on, guys. People need help, and you're fucking ruining it by crying wolf.
Right.
You know? For sure, for sure.
And you've done acting, right? You've done some mainstream stuff too, as well, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, actually, my family comes from mainstream. My brother was in Grease 2. He's Armani Exchange's in-house fashion boy. Chorus Line, One for the Heart. My dad's dad was a world champion boxer, Luke Feldman. My dad used to cut all the boxers' hairs in Vegas because of that status. So Mike Tyson was a regular client, regular fixture in the household. Like, I have a family that had some entertainment history, and my whole agenda was I hate people that write on other people's accomplishments. You know, I hate people like that.
Right.
So I said, okay, porn is a new frontier. None of my family's touched it. So this is what I do. This is my arena.
Right. Are you out of the business completely? Did you retire from it, or are you still involved with it somewhat?
I guess what you would call me is semi-active. Kind of like I don't care about most people.
Yeah.
The best way to put it is kind of like I want to work with people who are equally creative, and I really don't have time to like suck ass or kiss ass to people who like have $1,000. I'm kind of like, okay, I have $1,000 too. Like, you know, eat a dick.
So did you invest? Did you invest in?
It's more like working with truly creative people or really iconic people. Like if you look at my Instagram, types of things I do now is I'll appear on GGN for like Snoop Dogg, or like you'll see me with like Bei Ling, or like I did something with Eric Roberts.
Oh, Snoop Dogg?
You know,
Snoop Dogg was in this movie that I worked on recently called Beach Bum. He's in that movie. Yeah,
I love him. Can't say enough about him. I love him.
Yeah.
He's great. He's great in person. He's great on camera. He's great musically. He's a great, multifaceted, talented person. I like him a lot.
Yeah. So, so when you were in the business, did you save your money, invest it when you were making it, while you were shooting a lot, or did you?
Sure did.
Because some girls blow all their money
Sure
and stuff
did.
like that. Well, that's
I used this industry.
You know?
Basically, I came from a family that really like we had money problems. You know, we had entertainment around, but gambling and other shit made money unreliable in my household. So, I did save some. I put a little away towards marijuana. I wanted to be someone who works on cures for cancer. Something that's very important to me.
Right.
Also, I have a website that's turning a lot of money for me, and trying to think of what else I got going on. Pretty much right now, that's it. I've got a website and potential marijuana business. But I'm waiting until the 1st to figure out what I'm doing with it, because I don't know if you guys know or not, but it's up for some change. The law is up for some change, and I kind of don't want to be in
California. Yeah, they're gonna.
You're in California, or you're in Nevada? Where are you?
California. I was in Nevada when they had the state of emergency, and that shit was incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a state of emergency for fucking marijuana.
No.
What a joke.
No.
How hilarious the times we live in.
Yeah.
How hilarious. Like,
oh, yeah.
I was raised by a mom that was old-fashioned, that was like, that shit's a phase. That shit's going away. And it's so funny now that we have state of emergencies behind marijuana. I think it's funny times we live in.
Didn't they do in the porn industry some kind of law that they had to make the people wear condoms? Is that still in effect, or what's going on with that? Do you know?
Yeah. There's a law about that. Usually only like professional production companies enforce it, from what I understand. Because I'm not active talent, I'm going to ask someone who is. Hold on. What's the condom thing? Are you using condoms? Just answer. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, somebody that knows.
Well, that started, I think, when the AIDS epidemic started.
According to my buddy who's active, who doesn't want to be named,
okay.
Yeah, a lot of companies don't shoot with condoms.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But some do. Like, for example, Wicked will only shoot condom.
Yeah.
So if you're a big production house, I guess it matters. If you're like an internet company, doesn't get regulated, I guess they're willing to take that risk. Because it all just depends on what spectrum you're performing on.
Yeah. To me, it's kind of stupid if they're trying to make them to make them wear.
Well, but that started when the AIDS epidemic started.
Yeah.
And that's when they said they had to start testing them. You had to be tested also, right? Regularly.
Yeah. Before it was a 30-day protocol, and now it's 2 weeks. And in my opinion, just another little known fact people don't know about me. My brother passed away from AIDS. The shit is serious. So I'm all for the condom. I mean, I know it's not aesthetically pleasing, but you know what else isn't aesthetically pleasing? Fucking skin spots. Fucking untimely death. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'd rather see a transparent condom and be a little less aroused than know that the girl that's trying to get my boner off.
You don't like the condoms that glow in the dark?
I'm gonna just be honest. I don't like condoms in general. Motherfuckers stink. They feel weird. All this shit. But responsible is sexy, and people are just gonna have to learn to preserve their lives, whether it's fucking comfortable or not. If you want to have unprotected sex, there's a time and place for that. It's called a regular partner.
Right.
I guess that's true. That's true.
All right.
So
very cool.
Sorry if that wasn't sexy.
No. That's all right. Hey, that's
Go look at my pussy. It's available online. That's for sex.
So do you see you expanding your role in the industry over the next 5 or 10 years?
Oh yeah, man. I got a lot of plans for this business. I don't intend to leave it. When I perform, lately I have been performing a little bit. The last thing I did was Penthouse. The thing before that was Strip LV. So I'm doing a lot of international publications. I'm like a print nerd. I'm all about magazine. Back when the Mafia ran our business, they were different about the way they did things, and everything was on glossy print paper, or you could get VHS. Those were your options back then. I appear on both. But I really, because I'm old school, really like magazine. So I've been working a lot on international publications and trying to focus on doing stuff that you can hold in your hand. And my website.
That a guy can hold in one hand.
InsideGeanie.com. And right there I sell customs. I sell, meaning I'll do a video and say your name in it.
What's the name of the video? Your website?
Beverly Hills Hotel or something. So that's the type of stuff you can get on my page.
Yeah. Now, who's in the background? They working on their gag reflex or something? Who's coughing?
Smoking some weed.
You know what? Probably. Highly likely. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got a dog. I just got a puppy yesterday. Yeah, and I got a girl in the background over there. I don't know what she's doing. You can ask her. You know what? You guys should say hello to her and try to figure out who she is. I'm not going to tell you her name. Hold on.
Okay, who is she?
Play Guess This Porn Star.
Who is she?
I would have no idea.
Is it Chrissy Stevens?
Hey,
oh, wow, that'd be awesome.
You may have seen me in such things as... Give me a hint.
Yeah, tell me. Who?
In such things as what?
Such things as what? I may have seen you because I've probably seen
Yeah, Mike's probably got the largest porn collection of anybody in the state.
What's her name?
Tell him what movie he's seen you in.
I might have a picture with her because I've been to some of the cons.
I'll give you guys a hint. If you watch my Twitter, she's one of the more frequently seen people on there per recent. There's your hint. So if you go to my Twitter at Inside Jeanie, you guys will be able to figure that out. Great for you guys.
Okay.
All right.
So do you guys go out partying or what?
No, not really. We smoke pot. That's about as crazy as we get, because we got to keep attractive.
Yeah.
It's not so good for you these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we just sit around, smoke pot, play with puppies.
And Mike said he likes looking at magazines, but he only likes the magazines that he can hold with one hand.
I'm so glad you said that. Playboy is the only company I've ever sued my entire career.
Yeah.
And I'm a big advocate of Penthouse and Hustler. These people made me, man. Hustler, I won I was nominated for Best Girl Scene. and they gave me a lot of exposure for that. And then Penthouse just recently put me in their fetish issue. So yeah, I'm a fan of the Penthouse. I'm a fan of the Hustler magazine. Playboy, not so much.
Yeah.
You guys hear that they were trying to take fucking nudity out of the magazine?
Yeah,
Playboy. Yeah, I thought they did.
I think that was an error. I think that was a judgment call. I think someone fucked up because Penthouse and Hustler spiked dramatically when they decided to make that call.
Well, they were. I think they're trying to do it to compete with Maxim. I think is what they were going for.
Yeah, instead of Penthouse.
They're not known for that. They don't have their, their residency in non-nudie mags.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know how they're going to find their fan base that way.
I got pissed off at GQ magazine because they had this thing called the Gentleman's Fund a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And they say if you donated to GQ, you donated to the fund, that they'd put your name in the magazine.
Yeah.
So I donated to the fund, and then they told me, that offer was taken away, so you're now void. So I was pissed.
You just wanted your name in the magazine?
I wanted my name in the magazine. Yeah.
For what?
Too. I hate false advertising. Don't you guys hate that?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I will say for porn that's super dope.
Yeah.
In our business, we don't fondle your dick and walk away. And we make sure the job is done. And that's
right.
honest. I can't say that for every other business in the world.
You know the Koretsky's?
What's that?
Do you know the Koretsky's?
Koretsky's?
Koretsky. Does that name ring a bell?
Gretzky, yeah, like hockey, like Dane.
Not Gretzky, but similarly, Koretsky.
Koretsky.
Who is Koretsky?
It doesn't, but it probably should. You should probably educate me.
Off air.
Oh, yeah, okay, then I have it figured out already. I know exactly what you mean.
Okay.
Some people that used to be here?
Yeah, I don't know if they're still involved or not, but they were probably the ones that you didn't want to work for.
All right, I'm going to do my homework for sure.
Okay.
People are.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of infamy. Like, I prefer infamy over fame. So I've always thought of myself as kind of an edgy person. I like to take risks. I like to hang out with the other side, Yeah. So if it's that kind of thing, then I'm all over it. I love stuff like that. I like cutting edge people. I don't really like people who play by the rules. They're boring.
Yeah.
So.
When do you visit Florida? Do you come to Miami often or what?
I have been to Florida. Yes, I have. I was over in Orlando. I ate at Emerald's in his kitchen. That was an experience. That was pretty fucking cool.
Played with the spatula?
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, yeah. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever done that before. With some perk of the job. It's something that I would have never paid for on my own recognizance, but it was offered to me for the job. And to meet Leonard Skinner. I just decided to stay in my hotel room and order Nova Scotia lobsters because they're like big as a football out there. But yeah, Florida is pretty awesome. There was a hotel I was staying in where there was like a bunch of ducks that do a walk.
Oh yeah, the Peabody.
Yeah, that shit's cool.
Yeah, every day at 12 they come.
Cool-ass.
The elevator opens up and a whole string of ducks go walking through the lobby.
Really?
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Peabody? Really?
Yeah.
That's how my parents
Yeah, it's great. I used to stay there every time I went to Orlando.
Orlando, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have been to Miami too. Where's that place? I've been trying to tell people for forever now. It's like the water is so fucking clear and shallow, and then there's like these little abandoned, like colorful shanties near it. But it's like, it's quaint. It's not like depressing. You know what I mean? It's not like Brazil. It's like fucking quaint.
In the Keys?
Right.
Down in the Keys?
No, it's in Miami.
Yeah. There's like a little crab shack place. It's not functional, but it's just quaint looking. Like, it's beautiful to shoot next to.
Yeah.
The water is so tepid and like, it's really.
I know Island Murata in the Keys. That place is beautiful.
Well, there are a bunch of keys. Yeah.
The water is like to your ankles and like clear. Like awful clear, like just gorgeous. Never seen anything like it in my life. Beautiful.
Cool.
Like I would live there because I love humid weather. I love that shit. Like that'd be ideal for me. I would live there.
Yeah.
Now you got to let Mike know next time you're in Florida.
Yeah, for sure.
I will. We'll go grab some Nova Scotia lobsters and hang out by some shallow warm water at that.
Right.
You might even get a blowjob. I might be in a good mood.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Okay, hey. Come now. I'm ready.
Hey, why not?
He's calling the airlines for you right now.
Where am I right now?
No. I said he's calling the airlines to you right now.
Getting those freaking flyer points out. Using for something good.
You said the magic word.
Check with the wife first. Make sure she knows.
Yeah.
No, I'm not married, so you're fine.
All right, perfect. Even better.
So any sites you want to plug? We gotta let you run, but
yeah, absolutely. My website is called InsideJeanie.com. It's all things insider, the business, me, my experience in it, and all my friends getting butt naked doing wild shit. Okay. You can come on there, get custom videos, Skype shows, my Snapchat membership, exclusive Snapchat, and I have like really sophisticated equipment. So when you get a Skype show with me or a custom with me, it's not gay. Like my equipment's really nice, and like my customs are shot on location of your choice. So come over, come experience the elite, and let's jack off.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, Jeanie, and hope to see you sometime.
Sounds like a plan. I might show up. You might want to look out your window. I might be there already.
All right.
All right. Take care.
All right, guys.
All right.
Take it easy, Jeanie.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Now, where can I find this if I want to review this?
WEI Network.
It's the WEI Network, and actually, if you go to the website, to the archives, you'll get the audio. But if you go to the WEI Network on Facebook, click the video. We're streaming it, so you'll see us, but you'll hear you.
All right, perfect. Expect a poke or two. I'm on my way.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, cool.
She's a nice girl. Very nice girl.
You know what? She sounds like she's focused.
Yeah.
You know?
She was smart. So we got 2 minutes? Man,
we got 2 minutes.
This week, the movie I worked on, Father Figures, comes out. I'm going to see if I made the cutting room floor.
Oh, all right.
I hope I didn't make the cutting room. I hope I'm in the movie.
Right.
We'll find out in another day after tomorrow.
All right.
I'll find out and see.
Yeah.
And
what else you got going on?
I heard February I'm going to be auditioning for this TV show, hopefully, that's coming out. And I'm trying to exercise, getting myself in shape, and hopefully get one of these gigs. I had 2 auditions last week for some commercials that were just like European-based stuff. And if I get it, that's cool. Work is good, man.
Maybe you should go into porn.
It's not too. Nah, I'm too old.
And Jeremy's 65 years old.
I know. Yeah, he started when he was young.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but he's 65.
No, I wouldn't want to do that. Oh, I pissed off your girl, though, Chardin. I told her that my parents are in their 60s, their early 60s, and they look pretty good. Yeah. And they think they're my brother and sister, and I told her that she looked like my mom. And she was and she was pissed. She's like, I'm 48. I'm like, no, you're not 48.
You got to know what to say.
I was giving her a compliment. Yeah, she looked pretty damn good, and she got pissed off at me. I don't know. I guess it was sometimes you compliment somebody and they don't take it the way they take it the bad way. But that's it. So we guess we'll be out till the new year. So
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, and we'll bring you. We look forward to bringing you a lot.
Yeah, but the next couple of weeks, we'll put on the best of. Yeah. We'll pick out good shows. Okay. And
put it up.
Yeah. And probably have porn stars on it. So
of course. Love it.
Anyway.
All right.
Happy New Year. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy Festivus.
Yeah, happy Festivus from the rest of us. Take care.
What you need. I'll need a credit card that's